As one of the most highly regarded first-person shooters of all time, the Half-Life series is beloved by gamers the world over because of its unique and inventive approach to gameplay and storytelling. One of the most unique features of Half-Life 2 though is also one of its most iconic, a tool that can manipulate local gravity through the control of zero-point energy, hence its name, the zero-point energy field manipulator, more commonly referred to as the gravity gun. Such a device would take massive amounts of specialized power to utilize though, a power source that could tap into zero-point energy and control it. But only one such type of device is known to exist, created by a race of ancients who travelled the galaxy and beyond, returning with exotic crystals that they would use to create zero-point modules to power their technology and vast network of interstellar stargates.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my rack.
The Lanteans, dubbed by humans as the Ancients, were a powerful and well-travelled race, with a civilization that spanned the entirety of the Milky Way galaxy and beyond. Despite possessing ships that could travel at unimaginable superluminal speeds, the race eventually realised that the most efficient way to travel between worlds was to do away with ships altogether. Instead, they devised a plan to travel their vast space by creating a web of artificial wormholes, generated by great rings that would be scattered across the galaxy, literal gates to the stars. Although the Ancients possessed materials and technology to achieve such feat, there was nothing in the known universe that was capable of generating the sheer power requirements to bend space-time to that extent. In fact, in all their experiments, they found it was much easier to fracture it, opening a rift to a sub-dimensional plane filled with strange creatures and mysterious crystals, giving off an exponential amount of energy. The plane they had stumbled on was none other than the border world of Zen, only this was long before the Combine would drive the Nihilump's race into exile there. At this time, millions of years before the Black Mesa incident, Zen was wild, untamed and ripe for the Ancients to harvest. Recognizing the limitless potential for new power generation, the Lanteans brought back vast quantities of crystal and began to research it. What they found was beyond any science they knew of. Each crystal was bound to a pocket of subspace which could be used to siphon off zero-point energy, a form of energy that couldn't just be used as a power source, but could also manipulate the fabric of space-time itself. Quickly learning how to exploit the crystals, the Lanteans fashioned them into quantum computing crystals and power cores that were capable of driving their civilization for eons to come. Not only that, but they turned out to be the key component in completing the interstellar Stargate network. Each gate would come to contain 9 crystals to act as computing matrices, pattern buffers, and focusing elements for the vast amount of power that would come from the Zen crystal core that they would call the zero-point module. Despite being such a key component, the crystals were not implemented in gate technology until the Milky Way network was built, meaning that the prototype gates, fabricated and used aboard the ancient starship Destiny, were created with conventional technology, hence their severely limited range. By the time the Pegasus network was created, ancient technology and understanding of the Zen crystals had advanced significantly, allowing the newer stargates to work much more efficiently, and even project a defensive energy barrier in front of the event horizon. Despite the vast levels of technology possessed by the Ancients, only bolstered by the Zen crystals, the race eventually fell, leaving remnants of their civilization scattered around numerous galaxies and far out into the universe. In the intervening time, other powerful civilizations would come and go. The Combine would dominate entire worlds, and the Goa'uld would spread across the Milky Way galaxy like the parasites they were. Neither of them, though, possessed the full and infinite knowledge of the Ancients, and their control over the Zen crystals. Even so, after humanity, the second evolution of the Lantean race, rediscovered the Stargate system, the Goa'uld attempted time and again to capture Earth, and would fail every time. As it was, however, the gate system would not be humanity's undoing. In the closing years of the 20th century, while a top-secret organisation was exploring far-off worlds, another secret facility was conducting experiments into the crystals contained within the Stargate. Using rudimentary teleportation technology derived from the gate itself, the Black Mesa research facility even managed to break through into the border world of Zen themselves, returning with crystals of their own. Unfortunately, the crystal's power proved too much, and during one experiment a pure sample of the crystal reacted with the antimass spectrometer, causing a resonance cascade that would lead to portal storms raging in Black Mesa and eventually across the globe. Soon the portal storms drew the attention of the Combine, who would use their own limited portal technology to invade Earth. It is unknown what happened to the Stargate during the Combine invasion. Presumably it was buried by the Cheyenne self-destruct system after Earth's important figures escaped to the Alpha site. During their occupation, it may be that the Combine were able to hold off any further Goa'uld advances, as both races still desired the same thing: advanced knowledge of the Zen crystals, knowledge that had to some extent fallen into the hands of the Resistance, along with a single ZPM recovered from Stargate Command. Utilising captured Combine schematics, a few Zen crystals, and the ZPM at its core, Eli Vance created a prototype zero-point energy field manipulator, a gravity manipulation device that was planned to be scaled up to be used against the Combine and potentially interrupt their portals. Unfortunately, Black Mesa East was attacked before the plans could go forward, and the device fell into the hands of Gordon Freeman. The fate of the gravity gun and the ZPM that powers it are unknown. But we do know that the Zen crystals are capable of being infused with dark energy to become ultra powerful. A technique the ancients of Atlantis may have previously discovered explained the coloration of their gate network. Maybe Gordon and the Resistance will use this technology and the ZPM to its full potential to defeat the Combine. Maybe the Goa'uld returned and defeated the Combine, eradicating humanity in the process. Whatever the case, it is unlikely that we will ever find out.